Hello, my name is Stacy Braiuca, change navigator and squirrel wrangler, and therapist of 25 years. Today, I want to explain to you a technique that I like to call purple elephant. And it could just as easily be yellow. I just lost my mind. It could easily be any object or item that is not usually spoken about. So you want it to be really no more than 2 words. What it is a keyword. You want it to be no more than 2 words, and you want it to be something that you don't normally talk about in situations. So that's why I call it purple elephant, because how often are you in line at the grocery store and you talk about purple elephants? Okay, maybe if there are Toys R Us left, or if you're at Walmart and they happen to have a purple elephant, that might be the one time you do. But what it is a keyword for a group of people, as few as 2 people and as many as however big your family is, or your group of people you want to institute this with. And it is a keyword that everyone knows in the group, that when they hear the phrase purple elephant, or whatever your phrase is, that everybody takes a timeout. Now, if you're in the car, obviously that timeout might not be going to your corners or going different places, but it might just be everyone's quiet for a certain number of minutes. Now, the person who calls the timeout or calls the purple elephant could be they could call a purple elephant because they're feeling stressed, anxious, angry, upset, somehow distressed. Or it could be that they're noticing that someone else in the group is showing signs of that. And you don't know, and you won't know, you shouldn't know until after the 2 or 3 or maybe up to 5 minutes is done for your break. The break needs to be commensurate with the amount of time that the youngest person in the group can hold being quiet. So it may be fairly short. If you've got 2 or 3-year-olds, 2 minutes is a lot for them. Frankly, sometimes 2 minutes is a lot for us as adults. But what you do is, if someone is feeling themselves or recognizing that someone else is stressed or possibly stressed, they say purple elephant, everyone in the group takes a 2 to 3 minute break. Then the next and very, very important step, you can't skip this step, because if you skip this, then it doesn't matter that you've done it. This step is that the person who called the purple elephant has the floor, and they're the one that's able to say, I called the purple elephant because I was feeling stressed and angry and I felt like I needed a break. Or I called a purple elephant because I noticed that mom's face was red, and usually when her face is red, she's really angry at something. Now, you don't want to do accusations of, I called a purple elephant because you hit me with the seatbelt and it made me mad. You don't want to point fingers at other people, so you want to be careful of how you describe it. So one thing you need to learn before you learn purple elephant is probably how to do I statements. And I can put a link to the I statements video I made years ago up here and teach you about I statements. One thing about I statements, they do not have the word you in them. And they're really important pieces of communication because it shows what you are feeling at that moment. When you're stating, I feel angry when I'm around lots of loud voices and I can't seem to get away. Okay. So it brings it back to, I feel blank emotion when X situation is happening, and I prefer whatever. I prefer quietness, whatever it is. So the purple elephant technique is great for families with littles. It's also to be honest, it's also great for like couples and adults and groups of adults, because we get too into our own whatever's going on, and we need to be able to stop and take a break and take a breath. And when you stop and take a breath, you might take 1, 2, 3, 4 breathing, or otherwise known as box breathing. So I hope that helps you understand what purple elephant is, and I look forward to seeing you in a future video.